Welcome back. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi arrived in the Russian city of Sochi on Tuesday, where he co-chairs the first Russia-Africa Summit and Economic Forum with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Upon his arrival, el-Sisi held talks with the head of the Russian company Gas, which is specialized in means of transportation. Presidential spokesman Bassem Radi said the meeting focused on the cooperation in the coming stage. Earlier, he said that an Egyptian-Russian summit between President el-Sisi and his counterpart Vladimir Putin would be held during the visit. According to Radi, the talks are to focus on boosting bilateral ties within the framework of the Comprehensive Partnership and Strategic Cooperation Agreement and the keenness to intensify deliberations over issues of mutual concern. The summit is to include 2 general sessions and conclude with a final communiqué. During the visit, President el-Sisi is to hold a number of meetings with African leaders taking part in the event, besides his participation in the Russia-Africa Economic Forum, which will focus on a number of axes such as developing trade cooperation and economic ties between Russia and African states. African leaders and business figures, as well as investors from both sides, are to take part in the forum. Earlier, in Russia's Black Sea resort of Sochi, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi had met with his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin on the 17th of October of 2018. During that visit, which coincided with the 75th anniversary of relations between Egypt and Russia, Putin issued a decree approving the signing of a comprehensive partnership and strategic cooperation agreement.
Meeting in Russia's Black Sea resort of Sochi, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi met Russian President Vladimir Putin on the 17th of October 2018. During the meeting, they have signed what was described as a strategic cooperation treaty designed to increase trade, economic, military and other ties between both nations. President el-Sisi hailed the talks with President Putin on October, described as the cooperation agreement as opening a new chapter in the history of Egyptian-Russian relations. Putin said the talks encompass the whole spectrum of bilateral relations, as well as key international and regional issues of mutual concern. The visit by President el-Sisi is the 4th since 2014, while President Putin visited Egypt in 2015 and 2017. Egypt has signed a multi-billion-dollar deal to strengthen economic and trade ties. During Putin's last visit to Egypt, officials of Egypt and Russia signed a deal for Russia to build a nuclear power plant in Daba. The agreement to start work on Egypt's Daba nuclear power plant was linked with Russia on December 11, 2017, which is the biggest project between the two countries since implementing the High Dam project. Both projects have strategic importance as modern technology has been used for the welfare of the Egyptian people. In Sochi, President el-Sisi and Putin discussed implementation of the Russian industrial zone along the Suez Canal. The two leaders also discussed resuming direct flights from Russia to Egyptian resorts. Trade between Egypt and Russia has increased 62% last year, reaching $6.7 billion and continued to expand at a swift pace this year.
The National Security Agency arrested 22 elements who tried to use the attack on Mahmoud el-Banna in el-Munofiyah governorate to instigate citizens and incite them and turn public opinion against the state through publishing lies and rumors. The crackdown came after security forces monitored attempts by the terrorist Brotherhood group and a number of inciters to manipulate the incident. Handouts and weapons were seized with the inciters, who intended to use them to instigate violence, create chaos and disrupt the flow of traffic near the court where the trial of the attacker was held in Shabin el-Koum. Legal procedures were launched and the state prosecutor started investigations. The Ministry of Civil Aviation welcomed on Tuesday Britain's decision to resume flights to the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh. The ministry stated that the decision was an indication of the strong bilateral relations and the fruit of coordination between both governments. It said this step is a testament to the continuous efforts exerted by the government to ensure the safety and security of all visitors for the country's destinations and in southern Sinai in particular. Britain's ambassador to Egypt, Jeffrey Adams, said the decision followed cooperation between experts in both countries. The move comes after multiple airport inspections and visits by aviation security experts. The number of British tourists remained high in Sharm el-Sheikh, reaching 415,000 visitors in 2018. The tourism industry has started to rebound in recent years, with arrivals reaching 11.3 million in 2018.